It's large, it's magical, and it's everything an arena could be and more. Yes, we're talking about the plan for the Kansas City Chiefs' new stadium, and you bet it's unlike anything you've seen before. Of course, when the plans for an upgrade of the famous Arrowhead Stadium were first announced, it didn't come as much of a surprise because, well, we've all had it coming for a while now. But then what no one saw coming was just how incredible of an upgrade it was gonna be, and here, let's break it to you. This new upgrade has been projected to cost a jaw-dropping sum of $800 million. Yeah, you heard that right, and no, it's not the price of a brand new stadium, but just an upgrade for the existing Arrowhead in Kansas City. I mean, what could they really be planning to add that would amount to that much? Well, come along as we take a detour inside the Kansas City Chiefs' new $800 million stadium upgrade to see what it really looks like. Oh, and spoiler alert, gonna blow your mind to shreds. Ready? Well, then let's get right into it. First of all, a new stadium upgrade means that talks of the Chiefs leaving Kansas City are now sounding like a thing of the past. It just makes sense in so many ways. They would now have not just one of the most incredible stadiums in the NFL, but also a place to call home that virtually satisfies their every need, but more than that, you know what this entails. Well, the fact that it's only an upgrade and not a total relocation also means that they won't have to leave the GHA field that they've become so accustomed to, and that's a huge boost right there. Oh, and with proposed funding that could shake the very foundations of Kansas City, you just know the Arrowhead is about to become one heck of a sanctuary. To put this in perspective, the original build cost of Arrowhead is only about $313 million in today's money value, while the proposed value of the new renovation is just a couple $100,000 shy of $1 billion. Absolutely outstanding, right? Well, it sure is, but here, let's take a quick peek at what the original stadium was really all about. Without even saying a word about the proposed design, you already know it's going to be one hell of a structural marvel that offers insane fan experiences with its numerous first-class amenities. Well, that's exactly what we've been told to expect anyway. Firstly, Manica Architecture, the renowned firm in charge of this upgrade, has promised several modern designs for the new Arrowhead, including a new retractable roof that would take the general experience to a whole new level, from protecting fans and players from all kinds of intense weather conditions to raising the already notorious noise levels even higher. You see, Arrowhead is already responsible for 2 Guinness World Record stadium noises, with the most recent coming in 2014 when it hit 142.2 decibels. Now, with the new closed roof design, it's sure to crank the noise level higher to sound like a Taylor Swift concert on every Chiefs match day. Oh, and talking about concerts, this new improved design will make this arena an ideal venue for concerts and conventions all year round. Plus, we're definitely not forgetting the giant amphitheater planned to be constructed outside as an extension of the stadium to give even more fans first-hand access to what's going on inside. Heading back inside, the stadium will be getting a new turf-covered activation zone, a new 360-degree upper course connecting bridge to enable easy connectivity for fans and improved access to refreshment areas. New entry points are also included in the plans to reduce crowd traffic during entry, while the sizes of the video boards are also being significantly increased to improve video quality and ensure clearer viewings. Now, if you are the type to keep up with what is happening while at the game, you'd find the new and improved Wi-Fi quality in the stadium to be just perfect. Fans can also count on clearer and more accurate in-stadium game presentation with proposed upgrades to the audio system technology. Other facilities like restrooms, parking lots, pedestrian bridges, entertainment stands, and central lounges are also being considered for significant upgrades. We're talking over 3,000 additional parking spaces, a designated rideshare area, and much more. Basically, the entire stadium is about to become a giant spectacle to behold, a brand new wonder if you may, and it would take actually being there to get a full understanding of what the experience would really feel like. Thankfully, the 76,000 capacity stadium is about to gain even more seats with a possible expansion on the cards. That means if everything goes as planned, Arrowhead could automatically reclaim its place as one of the largest NFL stadiums, and rightly so. But do you reckon it could be as large as Dallas Cowboys' AT&T Stadium? Well, just let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Indeed, it wouldn't be out of place if you asked the question, why now? Well, the answer here is perfect for you. Of course, the famous Arrowhead Stadium is one that doesn't need any introduction at all, not to sports fans anyway, and especially not to the people of Missouri, since it's up there among the most popular landmarks in the state. But beyond its geographical relevance, Arrowhead Stadium is most famous for being home to one of the most consistent NFL teams in recent history, the Kansas City Chiefs. For more than half a century, this stadium, this very ground, has been the hunting ground of the Kansas City Chiefs. It's heart, soul, and spine of the city, and the biggest identity for the Chiefs team. Of course, it's also famous for being just the third oldest stadium in the NFL, and that's why it's almost impossible to remember a time when the red and whites didn't play there. The relationship between the stadium and the franchise is unlike anything you've seen before. It's almost a love story even. You know, like a Bonnie and Clyde type romance, where it's almost impossible to imagine one without the other. For over 5 decades, the Chiefs have called Arrowhead home. It is right here that all their recent lifelong memories have been made, and if you're a fan of the franchise, chances are that you most likely fell in love with this team right here at this very arena. I mean, who wouldn't, with all the emotional moments that the stadium has generated over the past 53 years? It's on this very ground that the Kansas City Chiefs have forged on to glory on countless occasions, tasted triumph, and soaked up the adrenaline rush that came with clutch plays like Dante Hall's record-breaking touchdown runs. It's also on this very ground that legends like Derek Thomas, Will Shields, and Tony Gonzalez were made. Talk about unforgettable history makers, right? But then, while the Arrowhead Stadium in all its glory may well remain a beacon of what the team represents, there's no denying the fact that it's slowly becoming old and outdated. Moreover, considering the recent successes of the team and the fact that they've become one of the most followed, it just makes sense why they'll need a larger capacity stadium. You could even say they deserve it, and it's why talks of a new stadium were possibly gaining traction. However, after much deliberation, the plan was finally clear as crystal. One stadium to bring them all, and in the chaos, unite them. For now, though, fingers are all crossed to see how the new stadium takes shape, which brings us to one very important question. When is this construction intended to start? Of course, there's no denying how absolutely incredible the design of the new Arrowhead upgrade is looking. You could say it's typical paradise even, but it will still remain a mere hullabaloo if construction doesn't start soon, right? Well, it would certainly be, but then as much as everyone would love to see the new Arrowhead start to take shape in no time, construction is not scheduled to begin until the off-season of 2027. Now, I know that's not what you were hoping to hear. Indeed, little upgrades and background work may start as soon as this year, but any major upgrade wouldn't be possible until 2027, and here's why. You see, the exciting and world-class Geha field of the Arrowhead Stadium has been selected as one of the venues for the FIFA World Cup soccer event in 2026, and unsurprisingly so. This is because the stadium, as it is already of an incredible standard, and we really can't even begin to talk about the home crowd that always makes the atmosphere as electric as possible. But then, while hosting World Cup games is undoubtedly a unique opportunity for Kansas City, it inadvertently delays the construction of their new expensive toy. That, and the fact that funding for this giant project is yet to be fully approved, is just one major setback that could derail the project. Now, if the $800 million projected for this upgrade sounds like a lot of money to you, it's because it really is a whole damn lot of money, and as expected, raising such an amount is never an easy deal. As a show of good faith, the Hunt family, who are the owners of the Kansas City Chiefs, have coughed up $300 million for this project, with the remaining $500 million proposed to be funded by the public via additional tasks. However, in a rather shocking turn of events, the citizens of Kansas City have rejected the idea, with nearly 60% of the population voting against it. I bet you didn't see that one coming. Well, while there's still time to change the outcome of the votes, the city is certainly running out of time to keep the Chiefs here in Kansas City, especially with their current lease set to expire in 2030. If an agreement is not reached quickly, the Chiefs may ultimately have to move to another more accommodating state. The question, however, remains, is Kansas City ready to wave goodbye to the Chiefs just yet? Would they really be able to afford that, or better still, can both parties really be able to chest the consequence of splitting at this point? Come to think about it, on one hand, it is the city and the people in it that have so elegantly rallied behind the team for over 50 years. It's almost the only identity the club has known in that period, and everything about the Kansas City Chiefs stems from their relationship with Kansas City. On the other hand, the city itself can count the franchise as one of its highest sources of revenue, with the annual value raising above $900 million. Now, that's certainly too much money to forgo, but if you think about it, you'll see that the team still means even more to the city and the state than the financial value it offers. Do you know the feeling that comes with witnessing the Chiefs play firsthand? Well, that right there is priceless, and it's why you just can't help but feel both parties will eventually come around to reach an agreement that will help keep their perfect relationship going. But what do you make of all this? What do you think about the Kansas City Chiefs' new $800 million stadium upgrade? Will the new luxury resort really be worth the investment, and does it automatically make Arrowhead the best NFL stadium in the country? Be sure to let us know your thoughts in the comments section below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.